4.1, temperature conversions. As I was saying, in the States, Fahrenheit. In Canada, Celsius. Old people use Fahrenheit too. SI means metric system, System International. Water freezes at 0, boils at 100 degrees Celsius. Way easier because in the imperial system, the American system, 32 Fahrenheit's the freezing point. It isn't negative, so it doesn't sound cold to our ears. 212 Fahrenheit sounds super high, but it is just 100 degrees Celsius, the boiling point. And I cut off this thing. Don't worry about that. Where was I? Also, the other thing, you do come across Fahrenheit all the time on your oven. I've never used oven temperatures in Celsius. 350 is a Fahrenheit. You know, when you're baking chicken, baking a pizza, 425 Fahrenheit. Now, today it's awful cold in here, there's no heat. Convert from Celsius to Fahrenheit. What is 18 degrees here? So do an example right here while this is going. Right now it's 18 degrees Celsius. The Fahrenheit temperature? Let's find that out. It's 9/5 as a fraction times the Celsius temperature, 18 degrees, plus 32. This is an order of operations thing in your calculator. And I'll do it with you once you are ready. So, by the way, I just went and did this. Janelle, do you see where this came from? This is the C, the Celsius reading. So I put it there, 9/5 from here. That's where that came from. And then plus 32, okay? This is the formula for Fahrenheit readings. Let's go through it. You're going to enter 9 divide 5, because the fraction, times 18. You're going to press your equal sign and get a number. You don't have to write it down, but get a number. And right now that number is 32.4, right? Don't write this down here. Now that 32.4 is going to be added to 32. So plus 32. Now, that means 64.4 Celsius. If you didn't start with decimals though, don't keep decimals, just use proper rounding, okay? So the answer here is 64, I said Celsius, 64 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, 64 Fahrenheit, as you can tell, is kind of cool. Now to go from Fahrenheit to Celsius, what's a Fahrenheit temperature you've used before or hear about or what? Give me an example, we'll do it. Well, how about this one? A nice day in the States, 80 Fahrenheit, really hot days 100. Let's go with 80 Fahrenheit though and see what that is in Canada. Celsius. So, what if I had 80 Fahrenheit? I want to know what that is. 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So I'm going to use the same formula, or not the same formula, the formula from the side. So the C, the Celsius reading, is equal to, you'll notice the formula is kind of backwards. 5/9. But the order of operations works differently. 80 degrees minus 32 in the brackets. It has to be done first. So if you use order of operations, 80 minus 32, get an answer. Press your equal sign. Right? If you do that properly, you should have 48. It's not here. But then that 48 that you have there, you got to take the 48 from the brackets, right? Did you do 80 minus 32? Okay, we're doing the brackets first, right? So you did 80 minus 32, right? You got 48. Now that 48, I'll write it in here. not that you don't need to rewrite this, but from 80 minus 3t, you got 48. You're going to go the 48, well, 5 divide by 9 times 48. Now, that is equal to something in Celsius. What do you get? Do you get 26? You get 26.27. We'll round it up because it's 26.66. Boost it up to 27 degrees Celsius. And that is a nice day in Saskatchewan. Okay? Now, I give a warning here. This is one of the, oh, I'll wait. Couple warnings here, but this one here, temperature is one of the few times you can't use, a fraction equals a fraction systems, proportions. You have to use those two formulas. I'll be giving them to you. There you go. Now, look at these. You should be able to do 4 and 5 ABCs. It's just using those formulas like we just did. Then, what is room temperature? Do you know what room temperature should be? It's not today. In Celsius, it's 21 degrees. Find out what this room should be at, 3 degrees warmer Celsius. Find out what it should be in Fahrenheit. And then on the other side, I want to show you something here. Patrick, planning a 4-day trip to Vegas. Check the weather network to see what the forecast is for the next several days. Below is what he found. What type of clothing do you recommend he packs for the trip? Because this is in Fahrenheit. You're going to need a light jacket, etc. here. What you would do is the highs. Convert that to Celsius and see. And basically what you need to do is look for the coldest and the warmest days. This is your 68. Your warmest day is 79 Fahrenheit. 79. Convert that, find out what it'll be absolutely warmest as. His evenings, his coldest evening is this, 50. The temperature will range from whatever Celsius to this and that. Recommend if he needs jackets. If it's going to be blazing hot the whole time, and it isn't, he probably doesn't need to pack a jacket if it was like a 30 degrees Celsius all the time. So you figure out what it is in Celsius. Then, temperatures. If you are this cold, 41 degrees Fahrenheit, you're in medical emergency. What's that degrees Celsius for you? And another couple of word problems to try too. That's a minus, by the way, that's carried over. It's just on here, minus 106.6 Fahrenheit, but it's there, just the way it typed up. What's that temperature in Celsius? Some of the tiles on the space shuttle can withstand temperatures extremely high, 2300 Fahrenheit. What's that? Some more conversions, word problems as well. You should be able to do that. Stop the recording for your classmates, and I'll give them some assistance too.